Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, I'm John, this is Many a True Nerd, and welcome back to The Bunker, the first proper FMV game that we have had in probably decades, to be honest. And very good it's been so far as well. Very, very moving its opening, and very, very tense and worrying and tragic. And we've got a small problem, which is the last survivor in this bunker somewhere in England. I'm not sure we know exactly where we are. I'm not sure it's actually been stated exactly where our location is. 60 people entered this bunker 30 years ago. They are all dead now, my mother apparently being the last one to die, and I'm the last survivor. And would you believe it, it being a flipping bunker after a nuclear war, the bloody air filtration system has indeed failed, just like the Brotherhood of Steel's bunker back in New Vegas, and we have to try and fix it. First things first, however, I'm going to need myself some form of radiation suit, because apparently there's rads in there as well as an air filtration system failure. So let's crack on past the war room and see what we can find. Okay, emergency access only. We know that takes us down to the 5th level, down into like sewage and whatever. We might need to go down there to get the suit, but let's first up just check this little office here. This must just be like a back room or something. So if it is just here, that will be a lot easier. Alright, I'm going to need a, light switch. And prepare yourself for... Oh, okay. Right. I was kind of preparing myself for a jump scare there, but even then it made me tense up a little. A figure in a gas mask with an axe. Why did I just have a flashback to that? What does that mean? Is this a suit that will get me past the radiation? I mean, it's a gas mask. It looks like it should do, right? Should let me breathe safely, at least. So, yes, this does indeed look right. Fine. So with the gas mask and that suit, we should be all right. So in the event of a nuclear radiation leak, the following items are required for complete protection. So the clothing, including gloves, boots, and hood, the gas mask, and a radiation detection unit, some form of Geiger counter. Got it. So do I have all of that, or do I need, like, is this a Geiger counter up here? Yes, that looks like a Geiger counter, I say, having never seen one before. So with all of that, we presumably now need to head back out into the stairwell and head down to the next level below. And am I... Okay, good. I've got my gloves and everything. I should be alright. I mean, could Bishop have ordered someone to kill a bunch of people to, well, put them out of their misery if, like, they were just going to die slowly in agony and also save resources in the meantime? Was someone, in the grimmest way possible, trying to do the right thing? Okay. Level 4. Some form of engineering room, air filtration. Something's gone badly wrong here and we need to fix it. The question is, what exactly caused this? Why would this have happened? Well, maybe just wear and tear. It's been 30 flipping years, and it would appear that every other bunker went offline after like 6. Right, let's have a look over here, see what we can figure out. Turn on the lights, and maybe we'll be able to read the note afterwards. Yes, that's clever. You can't read the note until you've turned the light on. That's cool.
Air filtration unit check. Day 18th of October 95. 1611. Checked by PJT. Main filtration unit running okay. Cleaned out and replaced filters. Checked back up just to be sure. Readings are a bit high, but Frank says no need to replace at the moment. Probably just as well. I'm concerned about our stock level of filters for the main unit. We're chewing through them a lot faster than Spec says, due to higher outdoor rad than expected. Frank says he'll have a word with Bishop about stocks and sorting out the backup longer term. PJ.
Frank says he'll have a word with Bishop about stocks. What's Bishop gonna do? Britain's just been nuked. Where are you going to get further reserves than you've got in the bunker from? Okay. That gives us an idea of roughly what we need to do, in terms of, like, cleaning out filters, but not how to do it. Potentially this computer might help somehow. Okay, good. Here we are. So filter effectiveness 71%. A filter has been broken or obstructed. The filter needs to be replaced. Disconnect pressure at the main valve before continuing. And then the backup air filtration system is apparently offline, which the system... Why didn't that warn me about that? Maybe that happened very recently as well. So I need to disconnect the pressure at the main valve and then replace a broken filter. Or sort out whatever the obstruction is. Got it. Anything to help me in any of these drawers, by the way? Ah, a doll. Nice. I like having spare dolls. Good. Which one's this one? Engineer fixes all of the problems down in the scary levels. Lovely. Good to have him here.
Accident report. Date 12th of August 92. 1910. Filed by F. Hurley. Ran scheduled test of backup filtration unit. Rad levels way too high on output. Over 500 rem. Red lights across the board. Thought it was a duff filter. Tried a new one. Same.
Sacrificed a Geiger. Stuck it on a rod and ran it round inside the casing.
We've got contaminated dust clogging the lower X duct. God knows how it got in. Might be a hairline, or maybe the filter just couldn't cope with the levels being so much higher than we expected. This is really, really bad. Without taking this apart, cleaning, resealing, and decontaminating the whole thing, it's useless. We have no backup air filtration system. But I can't see how we can do it. We don't have a clean space to do this in. Bishop just shrugs pretty much. Keep it quiet, Frank. You'll only worry people. For fuck's sake. What else isn't he telling us?
So the backup air filtration system died 24 years ago, and Bishop didn't care. Yeah, I'm getting more and more suspicious of Bishop. Like, some of the things he shrugs off fine, there's nothing he can do, but just like being completely unconcerned that the backup air system broke 24 years ago, yeah, that's not good at all. Okay, now we know roughly what we need to do. We need to find the main valve and shut things off there. Now, where exactly is the main valve? I don't know. I don't know anything about air filtration systems. Maybe it's this thing over here. That looks like a valve, I guess. Main pressure valve. Yes, I was right. Clearly I should get a job as like an air filtration system repairman. So go up here, flick that round. That will be a good start. And I need to click on that to get it done. Click fast enough and we turn that. Lovely. So turn the filter, turn the pressure off, change the filter, then turn the pressure back on. Lovely. Okay, the silence with the breathing is much, much more terrifying than the terrifying roaring was, okay? Don't like the cracked door with the radiation symbol on it one little bit, by the way. Thankfully, nothing I can do with it yet. Good. Ah, something I can do up here. This one, we can start turning these. Is this where the filter lives? Possibly. Crack her open. Now, oh dear. Rads. Many, many rads. Yep, okay. I'm wearing the gas mask, it's fine. What am I looking at here? Is this what an air filter looks like? Possibly. Oh, of course it's producing rads. This is the filter that gets air from the outside where there's rads and makes it safe for the inside. So I'm exposed to the outside world right now. Got it. So I need to replace whichever one of these things is broken, which therefore is presumably this one. And once I've done that, I can plug it back in, close the door, turn it back on, and then the air will be being filtered correctly. Got it. So what's wrong with this one? Anything? Yeah, looks a little bit on the battered side, yes. Now what exactly are we supposed to flipping do with this then? Anything we can do here?
The spare filters.
Spare filters! Nice.
Damaged filter first.
Need to get rid of the damaged filter first. Ah! That'll be what the radiation door is for then. We can just dump things in the radiation-y room, because this is contaminated. So just shove it in here. Nice. This is just where we dump the radioactive stuff. I'm sure that's 100% safe. We've not got many spares though. If this happens again, we've got one flipping more and that's it. Right, head over here. Shove it in, close things up, turn the valve back on, and hopefully we've just fixed things. And we can go back to the much better routine of take the vitamins, eat the pea soup while sitting on the toilet, then read Treasure Island to our mother. That was way better than this.
I need to turn the pressure valve back on.
Oh, why do we get the feeling the ladder's about to slip out or something? No, no, no. John, John. Careful. Don't do anything stupid, John. Fix the ladder first. Fix the ladder before you do this. I'm about to fall over, aren't I? Yeah. And wait, why are the rads going up? I just fixed the Filtration system. Oh, I mean, if I'd say there'd be a problem, there'd be no air coming through at all because the pump or whatever isn't on. John, this is a terrible time for a flashback. We've really got to get the thing fixed first. Now, what actually happened? I think we're just trying to get back up to the med bay up on the first floor, but I really hope we actually, you know, turned the thing... Oh, maybe we can't turn the thing on with only one arm. Of course, until we've got, like, you know, both arms functional, there's nothing we can do. At this point, moving is so hard it requires QuickTime events to do. Got it. But yeah, I need to fix up my arm, split my arm, and get my arm working properly, because until I've done that, I literally can't turn that valve, I'm guessing. So that's a problem, because right now there's no pump getting air into the bunker, which is a real big issue. Arguably a bigger issue than my wrist hurts slightly. And the med lab is, of course, full of blood and stuff, but how do I know how to treat myself? I'm no flipping doctor. Oh, that's a potentially bad injury. When you've got literally no doctor and you've no idea how to treat it. Right. What can we do? Anything we can do? Oh, what the heck just happened? What is in there? Is that a shot of glass in my arm or something? That's no fun. Okay, what can I do here? I need to... What is this? Hello, what even is that next to me? That's oxygen, okay. Oxygen's good. That's really good, especially as potentially there's not very much of that around right now because we never finished getting the pump back on, you numpty. Okay. The oxygen seems to have calmed me down a little bit.
She can't have had her white cell count so low yesterday and then so understand it. And she's no better.
Vomiting, bleeding, diarrhea, liver failure, it's got to be.
It can't be radiation sickness. Look, these...
Of course it can. This place probably leaks like a sieve. It was built by the lowest bidder. No one thought there'd be a real war. I know Bishop said that we'll be safe here, but honestly, George, do you believe him? I'm sorry.
No, don't worry. We've all been under a lot of pressure. Margaret, where's the Lindane ointment?
Look that top left.
You and Evelyn had it for Mrs. Harrison.
Yes, but there were 2 unopened bottles there on Monday. We have to keep on top of the stock. We can't have...
What is it?
Nothing. It doesn't matter.
I need some tweezers or something. Like, something which I can grip that with to yank it out properly. I can't just do it by hand. That's going to make things worse. There we are. Look, down here. These, whatever these are, big tweezers, forceps, whatever this is. This would do perfect for getting something out. Oh, God, it's like that bit in Heavy Rain with cutting the finger off, except with actual human actors, and I don't like it. Come on, get the... Wait, what am I even doing? I'm doing a thing. Let's medicine this up a little bit. Come on. There you go. That's right, medicine. Oh wait, was that my bone? Was that my bone that just came out? Oh, I thought that was a bit of glass or metal or something, but possibly it was just my own bone. Which would be, I feel like we potentially need to do more than just wrap it up a bit. Alright, I really feel like that's not going to be enough. Yeah, I genuinely thought we were trying to pull out something. Now I know we're trying to just splint a bone that's actually extruding with some bandages and a ruler. I feel less good about my chances. That's right. We never actually turned it back on, John. Uh-oh. Radiation warning all up. Oh, we can't be here. We can't be here. Warning. Main air filtration system is still offline. Yep, like I said. Oh, flip. 500, that's the everybody dies level. 500 is the everybody dies level. We saw that on the blackboard, John. John, you need to get the suit up. What did I just say? Why am I suddenly worried? Well, more worried than I should be from the fact that we're at the everybody dies level of rads. We also haven't put the suit back on, so I guess at this point we're just saying screw it, doesn't really matter, does it?
damn.
What are you doing? You're supposed to stay.
Or we'd all be dead.
I was just exploring.
Oh, John.
I want that door sealed shut immediately.
For Christ's sake, Margaret. Keep your little shit in his quarters before he explores the wrong place and gets us all killed.
Seal that door immediately!
Someone made a run for it, but why? Now this is presumably the other door that was out of the back of the war room, wasn't it? Because there was a corridor that led to like an emergency exit in that direction. The rear exit that there were some protesters at, but they got just vaporized. But as far as I'm aware, I'm going to either the emergency stairwell, the exit, or, well, the exit's not a terrible idea. If this place has now got no air and is full of rads, this might well be the time to go.
Come on, good boy, quickly. Quickly. Well done. Well done, love. We're safe now. Won't be long now, I promise.
This is the place we sealed ourselves away. Emergency access only. So now I've gone round into, yeah, the rear of the war room. Oh, so I must have just taken the emergency stairs down from the med lab.
And we've finally been able to take some proper readings from the RA14 sensors. They show we have a range of 700 to 1,000 rads for anyone exposed to the atmosphere.
What does that mean?
Well, anything over 200 rads can be fatal.
No. How long before it's safe to go back up?
Our best guess, 20 to 30 years.
That's... Sam? Can we last that long? Do we have enough food?
Yes, yes, it'll be all right. We may have to ration a little, but it'll be all right.
Mom? It's all right, darling. Everything's going to be fine.
"20 to 30 years, 20 years ago. There's half a chance the surface might be safe now." Wait, it can't be, because there was huge amounts of rads coming through from the air above. Nothing in the bunker's producing radiation. If we're getting air from above and it's hugely irradiated, that means it's definitely not safe. Right, let's have a look, see what we got going on here. Oh. Well, I guess we've really only got one choice. An escape hatch out of the war room, down to the sewers, and just make a run for the exit and sort of hope. But yeah, because the rads have to come from somewhere and it has to be the outside, we don't really have much of a chance here. I mean, surely that's where the rads are coming from. And quick time event it, John. I believe in you. Quick time event it all. Beautiful. Well done. I feel like even if we get out and even if there aren't rads, John's gonna die of infection from that wound, which he has no idea how to treat properly yet. Right. Another bunch of quick time events. And down we go into sewage. I mean, increasingly, I'm guessing the guy with the axe and the gas mask was just someone who figured out there wasn't enough food and decided, well, if not everyone's going to make it, then I sure as bloody hell am. And if I'm the only one down here, then I'm definitely fine. Now, I would potentially suspect it was John himself. But we do have a memory of John and his mother actually being... Oh, I'm going to fall. Oh, flip. Oh, just. We do have a memory of John and his mother just escaping from the Axeman. So unless I'm, like, suffering from false memories here, it definitely wasn't me. But if it wasn't me and it wasn't my mother, who was it? And who eventually took them out? How did they die? They'd killed everyone. They had the axe. They were a good fighter. And they had the rad suit. So what killed them? Something down here. What's that?
Well, I'm calling it. 12th of November 1992. Carol and I have been scanning all the bands for 3 days now, just in case. But there's nothing. The last contact we had with anybody was 17th of October. CN1 in Bedfordshire. From what I could work out, they were fighting over food. Never heard anything more. So that's it. We're done. There's no one else out there. Or if there is, they've got no idea we're here. 12th of November 1992. The day this became our tomb. Christ, I need a drink.
This right here, this is British Fallout. There's no, like, you know, wacky guns or vault experiments or anything. It's just straight up unrelenting grimness mixed in with some alcoholism. Hit a switch, let's get some lights. Ooh! I've accidentally picked up the general. Marvellous. He tells the soldiers who to kill, apparently. I didn't even mean to do that, I just meant to get the light switch, but alright. So, what else have we got? Another QTE. They're getting a bit tougher, but we can just about pull it off. Mysteriously, that was apparently hard to do than moving the giant command console off the trapdoor. Level 5. So this is sewage and something else I've forgotten. But sewage. Sewage is never nice. Right. Round the corner, this is presumably the door that leads out to the stairwell that's to the exit, right? So what have we got here?
A torch.
Torch, that's useful. Grab that. And a big old door. That strikes me as the sort of thing you won't be able to do by hand. Okay, something else down here. What have we got? Ah! A little paving slab or something we can potentially take up. Might give us access to the wiring that would let us, like, hotwire the door or something.
Come on, please. Please. Come on, quickly, we can get to this way. Come on. Help me, John.
He's coming!
Why have I just gone out one of the toys? Could the toy work? Is that... Ah! Might be good enough if I could just force it through. Maybe my mother will save me one last time. So, when I was 10, me and my mother fled, well, pretty much got to the edge of the vault. This is the door that leads to the stairwell that goes to the exit. So, what exactly happened back then? How did we end up back inside? And, oh, I left Mum behind. That's sad. Is this a good time to mention I'm slightly claustrophobic, by the way? I'm really, really glad this isn't VR, but even so, I'm not thrilled by this whole situation. So I've made it past the door, and that is presumably the external door to the outside world. Really should have brought a Geiger counter, shouldn't I?
Looking for the key? Why would I give you a way out, Margaret? You and the little rat are not going to leave. You're not going anywhere. lie down here.
John, no! No!
It's okay. No one can hurt us now.
I did it. I killed him.
It was pretty justified. I wouldn't worry about it, John. And then he turned back because you'd killed the guy who was chasing you out of the vault. Now you had the vault to yourself and all the food and everything, where you lived happily for 20 more years. And he'd killed everyone for you, so the supplies would go a lot further. Though in that case, where did the body go? Why is the body not still there? Why am I really worried he's not dead?
Soon this place will be full of radiation.
Stairs. Okay, so we might be here or we might be more like here. I'm not sure. But, oh. Unless, of course, we haven't even reached cooling system sewage yet. Possibly not. Right. Presumably, can we get through? Which of these can we actually get through?
I need to find the key.
The key must be in cold storage. Got it. Through here, but it looks like... Oh. There's a blood smear. I really hope we put him in there.
We're safe here, that's all that matters. As long as I'm here, I'll look after us.
Okay, good. We were the ones that moved him in there. That's marvellously good news.
It's all right, John. It's over. We're safe here, and that's all that matters. As long as I'm here, I'll look after you. Nothing can hurt us now. Yes, Mom. I love you, John.
I'm going to say my birth year, 1986. Oh. She had blood on her fingers, and it looked like her fingers from the way she was typing went duh, then something like round here. So I'm going to say U77. Wait, hang on. There's a tiny bit of blood on 6. There's a lot of blood on 3, a bit on 7, less on 8, and a tiny bit on 6. Yes! Okay, good. I'm glad I spotted that bit of blood on the 6 there. I'm still worried he's not dead, by the way, even though he's been in there for 20 years, having been shot in cold storage, locked away. I'm still worried. Ah, this is where they dumped all the corpses after they all died. But where did we put him? But what made Bishop decide to do all of that? Was he just a generic psychopath who decided if he was going to die, everyone was going to die with him? Oh. Unless he was the one who intentionally turned off the air filtration system to let... he did it himself. He killed everyone so he'd have enough supplies. Ooh. Jumping over the corpses. That's a good way to have some slightly horrendous flashbacks right there. John is starting to lose it entirely. Not too surprising, he's probably in a catastrophic amount of pain.
When you reach level 5, find the ventilation hatch. Look for the hot pipe, but make sure it's the one with the warning label, John. Then open the top, be careful. Then you run back to me as fast as you can. As fast as you can, John, promise me.
I promise.
You've got this. You understand. You'll remember. Good boy. Be careful.
Oh, flip. It wasn't Bishop. It was my mother that murdered everyone so that we would have enough food to survive the 20 to 30 years. Bishop tried to stop us. And those weird readings the doctor was getting that my mother dismissed. She must have been running tests, really small scale tests. She did human experiments on people. She dosed them with this. She dosed them with it. That's why people were getting sick. There were no rads. There was never any rads. When she said earlier it must just be radiation, it's getting in here, this place was built like a sieve, she was making excuses when she was performing human experiments ahead of killing everyone in the whole vault. Oh, that's a good twist, mind. Think I might have just got lucky first time there. Red key. And now we just have many, many stairs to climb to get up to the exit. Let's begin our journey, John. Up to the exit here, though admittedly the radio signals were specifically saying there's no one else out there. No one's transmitting. No one knows we're here. We don't even know if the surface is still safe. In fact, I strongly suspect it isn't, because those rads have to come from somewhere. I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know what I was doing. My mother was the one who arranged all of this. I didn't know.
Come on! Keep moving!
I guess the question remains whether I did potentially know what my mother was planning. I certainly didn't question it, but, you know, I was in a military vault. I was raised to follow orders without really asking why, to follow routines, to do what the person above me said. You can't blame John himself for that. He was raised in exceptional circumstances.
Supplies off.
Let's spit it out.
14 months. Half that.
Margaret, where's the lid date on
That top left. You never had it for Mrs. Harrison. How long before it's safe to go back up?
20 or 30 years.
Do we have enough food?
I have to ration.
Got this. You'll remember. Good boy. Mom? Mom? Darling, everything's going to be fine.
Time to go. Leave or stay? No. We've got to leave. There's no way to stay. We just die. Rads and food and eventually, like... It's time to go. Open the door. It might be a mistake. Like, potentially the best solution would have been to just get the air filtration system running and stay in here another 10 years just to be safe. And I should probably be going out wearing a suit. And with a Geiger counter. But the two options... Oh dear. Try and breathe and see how bad it is. And I suppose we don't really know what happens next, but whatever did happen, it's got to be better than just staying in the bunker, because the bunker was, well, we already knew the bunker was about to be completely flushed with radiation. But the only reason the place was full of rads was because of the air that wasn't being filtered properly coming from the outside, which suggests, yes, the outside was heavily irradiated too. Well, unless there was mention of, like, a heavy contamination of radioactive dust inside some of the ducts, so maybe inside the bunker was worse than outside? Who knows? It could have been. I guess we just don't know. It's one of those slightly ambiguous endings, but I've got to say, leaving and giving a shot to the outside world has got to be better than just staying and waiting to die. So there you are, ladies and gentlemen, that was the end of the bunker, and you've got to say, it's pretty good. Like, some people will probably look at that and say, well, that didn't need to be a game, that could have been a movie, couldn't it? Well, it could have been, but there's some things that are worse when you do them for yourself. Like, when you look into a dark room and you're the one that has to reach up and turn on the light, knowing there might be something in the darkness. When a person is injured and you have to be the one to reach into the cabinet and pick what they're going to try and use to treat themselves with. It's... Some things are worse, especially in terms of, like, tension and horror and psychological horror. They're worse when you have to do them yourself. And the slower burn that comes from a game, because a game can have a lot of slow burn downtime that probably wouldn't make it past editing in a film. I'm really impressed. It's nice to see a really well done, probably, like, arguably the first well done FMV game ever made. Because, yeah, the ones like Night Trap were notoriously terrible, and Command & Conquer was notoriously campy. Like, this is probably... Maybe this is the first and only good FMV game ever made. I actually really hope this is successful, because if this is successful, then as a result, then yeah, we might get more of it, and that would be very, very interesting indeed. So, hopefully, some more of that to come, ladies and gentlemen. But in the meantime, I've been John, this has been Many a True Nerd, and this has been the really rather excellent little experiment of The Bunker. Thank you very much, and goodbye. Here we go. Farmers are starting to plant some fish. They put some fish eggs into the... Wait, I meant that as a joke, but no, fish do actually come out of fish eggs. That was a very badly thought out joke. You managed to get yourself stuck in the wall, didn't you? Maybe we should just, like, never ever open this here wall. There's a lot of mole people back there.